Today we're going to move on and doing some orthographic drawings. We're going to continue on with our progress. We were working on making shapes. We worked on doing assemblies of those shapes. So now we're going to make a few working drawings of those shapes. Okay, so first things first, we have to open up the correct drawing. Okay, so I'm going to need everyone to go to the yellow folder at the bottom and click on it. And you're going to scroll down the left-hand side to this PC. Click on this PC and click on Pupil Share. Okay, and you're then going to scroll all the way down to Technical, click on Technical, and then we're going to go to the folder that says Drawn Templates and click on that. Okay, the one we want to use is blank A3 Orthographic, so double click on that. So when this opens up, this is a sheet we're going to be using to bring in some of our shapes. Okay, so before we do anything else, I need everyone to go up to File, Save As, and save it into their own folder. If you fail to do this, it will save back into Pupil Share and you won't see it again. So you must change the folder at the top, find your own name. Okay, and if you have a graphics folder, you would click on the graphics folder and you're going to call it. Okay, and I'm going to call this, for example, Shape 15 Drawing. Okay, Shape 15 Drawing, and that's it saved into my own folder, ready to go. Okay, as you all know, we've been working through this little Excel chart. Everyone's names are down the side, and we're working on creating certain shapes. We worked on creating certain assemblies and production drawings. Okay, so today is the production drawing part we're going to do. Okay, now you only have to complete 5. There's only 5 spaces. So I'm going to leave it up to you guys what 5 drawings you wish to choose. Okay, and how we choose those drawings? Well, we go into our folder and we look through some of the objects that we've already made. Okay, so if you go to some of the first ones, they're very, very easy. I would probably recommend you don't do these because they're too simple. Okay, I would like to see most of you guys go from probably shapes 14 and onwards if you've done from that point. If you haven't got up to that point and done, then you can do ones from earlier on. Okay, so my example, I'm going to choose shape number 15. Now, the drawing that comes with shape number 15 is the drawing I'm going to recreate. So these 3 views, a front elevation, an end elevation, and a plan view. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go into Inventor now, and I'm going to go into my drawing sheet, and I'm going to go up to the top where it says Place Views, and click on Base. Now it comes up this little box. We have to go to the yellow bit that says Existing Folder, or Existing File, and click on that. Now I've got to work out where I saved my shapes to. So everyone will be slightly different, but mine's is saved in my S3 graphics folder, which I'm about to access just now. Okay, and there it is there, shape number 15. So I'm going to go ahead and open that. Now automatically that shape comes in at the right view that I want it to. Okay, you can see there it's the same view. If it didn't come in that way, all you need to do is use the wee arrows in the box to turn it round to the right direction. Okay, and that is all you need to do. The scale on it is 1:1. Okay, if you were not happy with that and you wanted to make it bigger, you could try 2:1 and see how it makes it look. Now for me, that's probably too big. I'm going to try 1.5:1. Okay, and that's a little bit better. Might still be a wee bit big, but we're going to go with it and click OK. Okay, now what you want to do is you want to pull it over to the left-hand side, and we want to add in our other 2 views. So we're going to go up to Projected, and it's going to automatically try and find me 3 views actually for the one in the corner that I've got just now. So what I do is when it's sitting on that, I'm going to left click once, I'm going to move it down, I'm going to left click again, and then I'm going to move it up and left click once more. Once I've got those 3 green boxes, I then right click on my mouse and create. And that gives me my 3 views. Okay. Now in hindsight looking back, this shape is supposed to not have a hole all the way through. I have mistakenly put the hole all the way through. Yours will not be like that. Yours will be like the one I'm looking at right now. Okay, so that's just a wee mistake I made with the drawing. Okay, right, what we need to now do is we need to label our views. So we've already got one is labeled view 49. If I double click on that, I can change that and I can type in what it's supposed to be. And it's supposed to be called front elevation. So I'll type that in. Okay, now that's me got that written in. Okay, I want to get my other two views. So to do that, I have to go up to annotate and I have to go to text box and I click on the page once. Okay, now if I want to make the scale the same size as the one below, that was 4.5. And then I'm typing in my next view, which was end elevation, and OK. Okay, and then I can right click OK. I can grab my end elevation, I can pull it down the side. Okay. Lastly, I need to do one more of those. So I'm going to go back up to text, click on the page, change the size to 4.5, and my top view is called the plan. And OK on that as well. Right click OK, move up to the plan. Okay, if I can get it now, there we go. Right, so I've got my views in. Now this view, we've not actually added in. You don't have to add this one in if you don't want to. This one's called the isometric view. Okay, so if you want to add that in, you can add that in, but it's not necessary. Okay, now what we want to do is we want to look at our drawing and we want to start adding things like sizes. Okay, so we know there's dimensions and we want to copy the dimensions that they've got on theirs onto ours. So the first one I'm going to look at is our elevation, and we've got a total height, we've got some widths at the top and some widths at the bottom that I'm going to add in. Okay, so how we do that is we go up to the top, we go to dimension, and to get the total height, we're simply clicking between the top and the bottom line once and dragging out and then clicking and then OKing. Okay, and that's all we're doing. We're clicking one, clicking the other, clicking and OKing. Okay, so I can do my top one now, side to side, take it up, click and OK. Okay, my circle as well, I need to know the middle of my circle to the bottom. So middle of the circle, click, bottom, click, take it out. Click again and OK. And so on until slowly I build up a good amount of sizes for my object. So I know how far in it goes, etc. Okay. So a couple more sizes I'm going to add in before it's going too long is radiuses. Okay, I've got radiuses to add in. Now you guys can go ahead and add all the sizes. I'm only adding in a few. Okay, so we've still got the circle. We've still got bits in here we have to add in. But I'm going to just do a couple of radiuses and I'm going to move on and you guys can finish it off. Okay, so radiuses, dimension, click on the arc, take it out, click again, and that is all we're doing. Okay, one at a time. All right, should let you do it hopefully. There we go. And there we go. I have a wee bit of an issue with this one actually. This is. Okay. Now, I would obviously add my rest of my sizes in. You guys can do that. Lastly, I want to add in centre lines. Now, I've got one major circle on this. So all I need to do is go up to annotate, go along till you see the symbol that says centre mark, and click on your circle. And it will add a centre line in for you. Now, I've also got a circle that's cutting through the side of the end elevation, all right? You can see it in the end, there's dotted lines that represents it's getting cut through. So I need to do one between there, and I also have got one in the plan. Now, I can't use my centre point for that, it won't let me add it in. So what I need to do is I need to use that one at the top right, it's bisector. I click on that, and then I click the top of the hidden line and the bottom of the hidden line, it will add a centre line for me, and I'll do the same on the plan. Right, you might not be able to see the one on the plan very well, but it is there. Okay. Finally, we want to add our title box at the bottom. Okay, this is really easy to do. All we do is we go up to the left-hand corner, we go to the plus symbol next to drawing resources, and the plus symbol next to title block. Okay, and I want to double click on my title block and click yes, and it will allow me to add in details. So my name, obviously I'll add my name in. You'll put your own name. Name of the drawing, mine is shape 15. Date I did it, 25th. And the scale, I made my scale 1.5 to 1. And the units are millimetres. And if I click OK, that will now fill in at the bottom for you. Okay, so that's me now got one drawing complete. I would obviously have to add in a couple more sizes like they have in the drawing. But once I've completed them, my drawing is then finished. So what I'm looking for you guys to do is, we need 5 each to do. So you need to work out which ones you choose on doing. I would thoroughly recommend, if you've got up to the last few shapes, especially up to sort of 20 to 24, you go ahead and have a wee go at doing these drawings. They're a bit more difficult. Maybe don't do number 24 because it's quite hard, but certainly up to number 23, these views should be quite easy to do. Now, some of these views don't actually have an end elevation, so we will have to add that separately. Some of them just have a front and a plan, okay? But certainly most of the ones earlier on in the drawings have end elevations. Okay, so number 15, and obviously some of the ones beyond that do as well. Okay, so I'm looking for everyone to produce a front elevation and an end elevation and a plan for 5 of the objects they have made. All right. If it's one of these ones and it doesn't give you the drawing, all we are looking to do is a front from this side, an end would be this side, and then the plan view would be coming down. So it would be exactly the same process as we just did. Okay, hope this helps. Good luck.